Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty tired.
Yeah. Is it rainy at your house? Because it's not at mine.
I think it did last night. I don't think it's raining now. I haven't looked out my window yet, but it did yesterday though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be rainy all day, but it's not.
Yeah. It's pretty cold now though.
I know. It's great, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be hot enough soon enough.
It's true.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I heard you guys talking about rain and stuff. It hasn't
Yeah.
rained this morning over here in Queen Creek, but it sure is windy.
Yeah. And that makes it super cold.
I can hear it, and then I looked outside before starting the video, and it was like my trees are all moving around everywhere. I was like, "Ooh, it's gotta
Nice.
be chilly." And then my
Yeah.
animal, I have some animals out here. I have some horses and stuff like that. And I went outside, and I was like, "Ooh, I need a beanie. It's freezing." So yes,
I
it is
agree.
cold.
Yes. And I was going to make soup. That's why I want to know. I need it to be cold so I can make soup, right? So.
Yes, ma'am. What kind of soup are you making?
I'm gonna try a new one. It's gonna be tortellini soup.
Hmm. Like cheese
Yeah.
tortellini?
Yes, because I have a vegetarian in my house, so I try to make vegetarian stuff, and then if my husband needs to add meat to it, he can, because he doesn't feel like it's really a meal without the meat. So he might be an anti-vegetarian. All right. I'm still here. I'm just walking downstairs to let my dogs in because they needed to get let out. Uh, I am still here, even though I'm not on screen. Oh, I'm going to go in just a minute because we have a new student. I want to say hi. So my dogs can wait. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back or welcome. So we've been chatting about how cold it is and maybe rainy, maybe not rainy, depending on where you are. And we have a lot to do. I just had a hilarious activity fail in my last class. So we're going to try to prevent that in this class. But we'll see how it goes. It is what it is. Happy Monday. We do have a new student joining us today. It's Brady. And our class, Brady, is so small that I had to introduce you. Otherwise, people will go, "Who's Brady? Like, what's happening right now?" So, because we do not have very many students in our class in general, but it's a great group, and we're glad you're here. And I'm your instructor, and we'll get started in just a couple minutes. Hello. I just let someone in and I forgot who I let in. Literally, it was like 1 second and I forgot. I got it now. Okay, the weather might be affecting me. Just kidding. It's not. I just like to fake it. But I do love having fires, and I want to fire in my fireplace this afternoon. So I think that's very fun. I know if anyone wants to lecture me on pollution, I guess you can, but I have a fake fireplace too. But today I want a real fire. So that's the deal. Okay. So Brady, we do, and you did. Make sure your cameras are on. Zach is having a computer issue, a tech issue right now, so his camera's not going to be on in case you're wondering why I'm making special deals with Zach. Remember we talked, if you can have your camera on, please have it on. If you're having some sort of issue or whatever, just let me know. Today is Mindfulness Monday. I know, it's exciting. I don't know how many of you practice any sort of meditation or mindfulness, but it's very important to take care of yourself, especially right now in pandemic crazy town, right? Because we're all going through a lot, whether you are having job issues or there's too many people in your house, or just a lot of stress trying to go to school, maybe working, maybe doing all kinds of things. So every Monday, we're going to do a very short mindfulness activity. And I think today's is 2 minutes, maybe 3 at the most. It's a breathing activity today. It's a video, so I'll share my screen. I'll play the video. You are allowed, everybody hear that correctly? You are allowed during the mindfulness activity to turn your camera off if you choose to, because some of you might not like closing your eyes or doing deep breathing while the rest of the class is looking at you, okay? So feel free to turn your cameras off for this short period. I usually start with mine on just so you believe I'm really doing it, because I really am. And then I turn my camera off too, because it is a little awkward to close your eyes. I tend to do this and be like, are they really closing their eyes or are they not closing their eyes? So yeah, and this is not a pressure situation. If this is not your thing, you don't have to do it, right? That's another reason I'm letting you turn your camera off. It's 2 minutes. The idea behind it is I need you to focus on math for these next 75 minutes, right? And to get you to do that, I need to bring you down, right? Some of you have had a crazy morning. Maybe just rolling out of your bed was hard today. I don't know. Some of you have been outside already. Some of you have been to work. Some of you have been doing lots of things. Or you have a million things to do right when class ends. Yeah. I don't want you focused on what you have to do outside of class. I want you to focus just on class. That will help you understand more while we're here and retain it after class. Okay? All right. So no pressure. Just try it. I didn't start this until pandemic started. I'm a little high strung. I don't know if you can tell that already, but so I started this when the pandemic started because I thought, oh, other people are so much more relaxed and at peace, and I am just a nut running around going, 100 miles an hour all the time. So quieting your mind is really important. We'll talk about it, and we only have to do this on Mondays if you're already upset about it, okay? So we only do this on Mondays, and we'll talk about why more each week. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, hopefully. 1 second. Oh gosh, I need to make sure it doesn't start playing yet. Okay. All right. Tell me if you cannot hear the video or see the video.
Fly with Abel and Phi. Lay in bed or stay sitting. Keep your body relaxed. Reach up above your head, stretching your arms. Stretch your body very tall. Now, bring your arms down and let your arms relax. Place them at your sides loosely. Again, bring your arms over your head, but this time, breathe in as you reach up. stretch. And now, breathe out as you relax and place your arms at your sides. One more stretch. Arms up, breathing in. And relax. Arms down, breathing out. Sit now and let your arms rest at your sides. See how your breathing can relax you by taking slow, deep breaths. Breathe in, hold your breath, and breathe out slowly. Breathe in and out. Keep breathing deeply and slowly. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. Feel your hands moving up and out as you breathe in, and down as you breathe out. Feel your hands moving with your chest and stomach, gently moving in and out with each breath. Bring your hands back to your side, and let's keep noticing how we breathe. Now you have finished this breathing relaxation. Stretch your muscles if you want to, and let your body wake up. When you are totally awake, you can get back to the rest of your day.
All right, so like I said, it's optional. It's very short. Hopefully it wasn't too painful for you. The first time I had to be quiet for 3 minutes, it was horrible. So some of you will notice, are any of you people who do some type of meditation or quiet normally? Okay, a few of you, excellent. A few of you, that's awesome. If you've never done it, it's going to be weird the first few times you do it, but I'm pretty sure that the people who do it on a regular basis would say they really continue to do it because it's helpful to them. Yes? Excellent. So just try it. You can just try it once a week first. And then if you like them, you might find an app on your phone that you use, right? That really helps you. You might find a series on YouTube that you really like. I do a variety of them, so you can get the flavor of it. And one of the reasons I do it is because there is actually research about learning when you have this type of quieting activity or breathing activity. And by the way, breathing activity right now during COVID is probably a great idea anyway. I'm just saying, right? But there is a study that has shown students who meditate 10 minutes prior to a test achieve higher grades on that test. Yeah, amazing. It's true. Some of us are just very anxious people, and we need to really just be able to learn how to quiet our minds. So there you go. That is what I want to talk about first. Then I want to do a 3-2-1 with you. Okay, and we're going to do a 3-2-1 go, and it's with the whole class. So what you're going to do is find your chat window, right? And I want you to answer this question. What does it mean to use order of operations? What are order of operations? Get your answer all ready in the chat. Type it all in. Don't hit enter yet. right? Don't hit enter till I say go. So your question is, what does it mean to use the order of operations? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. Now take a minute to read through everybody else's answer and see what you think. All right. So a lot of people put very similar things in the chat. A bunch of people put PEMDAS in the chat. Somebody put, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Those are both ways you can remember order of operations. I'm not sure I love those ways to remember, but they've already stuck in your head. So I'm not going to try to take them. I'm just going to try to clarify some of it for you. The reason is because I'm pretty sure my dear Aunt Sally may have lied to some of you. So be careful on just a couple things. So I use just 4 steps, and there's a reason I use just 4 steps. So the first step, the P, somebody put it in our chat, it stands for parentheses, right? That's what the P stands for. And it is a system of rules to solve a problem correctly. So, but parentheses don't just have to be parentheses. They can be any grouping symbol. You could have absolute value symbols, you could have roots, you could have lots of different things, braces, brackets. So be careful if you just say parentheses. The next thing, exponents. Who can explain what exponents are?
I don't know if I'm right or not, but isn't it like when it's squared, or like an exponent is the little number up to the top right hand side of your math problem. It could be, like I said, like squared, or like I believe like pi r squared. So like when you're speaking about radius, things like that.
Nice, absolutely. So it's this little number up here, right? It's a superscript. It's a small number that's above the number. So this is called your base, and this is called your exponent. And mathematically, what does that mean? How would I do this?
3 times 3.
Yep, 3 times 3. This exponent tells you how many factors of that base you have. Since it's a 2, I'm going to have 2 factors of 3, so my answer is going to be 9. And I know a lot of you already know this. I'm not trying to trick you up or teach you it for the first time. I'm just trying to remind us of some things. So the biggest mistake a lot of people make when they get further down the road and they're doing other things, they go, oh, it means 3 times 2, and they get 6. It's not 6, right? It's 9. Okay, and then the next step, what's the next step after exponents?
Multiplication.
How many of you agree with V that it's multiplication? Raise your hand if you agree it's multiplication. Are you sure? Is there anyone who disagrees? Wow, I do. That's unfortunate. I know some of your faces are like, oh my gosh, now she's just talking crazy town, right? No, no, no. There's two things on the next step. It's not multiplication first and then division. It is multiplication or division, whichever comes first, left to right. This is when my dear Aunt Sally may have lied to you, right? If you go through it where you say, oh, it's PEMDAS, I did parentheses, I did exponents, now I'm going to go through the whole problem and do all the multiplication, and then I'm going to go through and do all the division, you'll get it wrong sometimes, right? Sometimes you'll get it right coincidentally because of the expression they've provided you. But if there's division in the problem and the division is first, left to right, you have to do the division first. Yeah, it's crazy. Matt, I appreciate you feel betrayed by Aunt Sally. It's a little stressful. Yeah. So, and I just want to make it clear, there's really only 4 steps to order of operations. Step 1 is grouping symbols, which you can call parentheses. Step 2 is exponents. I agree with that. Step 3 is multiplication or division, whichever comes first, left to right. And some of you are like, oh yeah, I was going to say that, but I thought I was wrong because everybody else said multiplication. So it's fine. Okay. And then the last step is addition and subtraction, left to right. Okay. So I just don't want you to get tricked when you're doing your homework, right? I'm not trying to trick you. Those are the rules. I know that some of you were taught wrong. Tashina, question?
So, yeah, so is it addition and subtraction, or addition or subtraction left to right?
Addition or subtraction left to right, just like
Or,
multiplication or division. Yep. Good question. Yeah, I know Josh is like, what is happening? Mind blown right here. I got it. I agree. I agree. It's a little stressful. Okay. I don't know why I can't advance my own slides. What's happening right now? Oh, I know why. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Okay. So we talked a little bit about mistakes. I could have been real mean and just given you an order of operations problem first and made the division come first, and you all would have gotten it wrong. And then I would be like, haha, see, no, that's not the game we're playing in this class. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm trying to help you understand the material to move on. So mistakes are expected. I do expect you to make mistakes because then we won't make them when we're not in class. And respected. Don't, when someone, I don't know if you have a bad poker face, but if someone else in the class makes a mistake, don't go like this. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, how do you not know that, right? Like, we're all going to make mistakes. It's totally fine. We will need to inspect those mistakes. It's really good for us to make sure we know where we went wrong, right? Sometimes we won't be able to figure it out. You'll be like, I don't know. Maybe I didn't drink enough coffee before I did that problem. I don't know. But, and then make sure we correct them when we're done. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have you, oh, I don't know why that keeps playing automatically. I thought I fixed it. Can you hear that in their ear? Annoying. Hate it. I love it normally, but not today. Actually, in class, it's much nicer than it is online. Yes. Okay. So you're going to make a buddy Venn diagram. Yes. A buddy Venn diagram. So some of you have 2 in your team. Some of you have 3 in your team. If you're doing a team of 3, you're going to make a 3-circle Venn diagram. I'm going to change to a whiteboard so you can see it. To share a whiteboard, this is just helpful hints to you. If you click the button in the bottom middle of the screen, you click share screen. The third choice to the right says whiteboard. So now, hopefully, can you see a whiteboard on my screen? I just lost all of you. That was super fun. Okay. Oh my gosh, what is happening to you today? My whole screen's going wonky. All right. So there's a toolbar on your screen. If any of you are on a Chromebook, you might not have annotation privileges. Okay. How you can tell is at the top of your screen, it might say more or annotate, something like that. So you can just draw. Let's try it now. Everybody who can, just kind of draw in here. You can change the color. You can click to text, right? You can do whatever you want. That's me. Does everybody find theirs where it says annotate? It might be under a menu that says more. It might be at the top where it says, I'm sharing my screen. Oh, Zach figured it out. Zach wrote on it. Veronica's there, Tashina, Lily. Nice. And you can change, you can type text. You can also do shapes. If you click under the draw menu, there'll be shapes. I just did a circle. Josh is on there. Nice. The reason we're spending time doing this is because this tech is new to us. And when we're doing math, we don't want the technology to get in the way. Is there anyone who, Zevi's on, I see, is there anyone who doesn't have these annotation choices?
I don't know where they are. I can't get anything.
I don't know where they are either.
Okay, are any of you on a Chromebook who's saying you can't find them?
Mac-
Okay. Okay. Danessa, if you're on a Chromebook, you won't see them. Okay, but that's okay. You can use a Google Doc or something else if you need to. And if your partner has the whiteboard on the screen, you can just tell them what you want to put on the screen, right? Okay, Tashina.
I saw a little drop down on the top. Maybe that might help somebody. It said view options. If you
Oh.
click on that, it gave me the options that the instructor's talking about.
Perfect.
What do you?
I don't know if that helps.
Matt, did you find it?
Well, wait. What do you click on when you hit the drop down for view options?
Oh, annotation or annotate. I think it's like the fourth one down.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Cool.
And then a little toolbar should pop up. Ruki, did you find it?
No, I click on the view tab, but I didn't see annotation.
Are you on a Chromebook?
No, I have Mac.
Oh, you should totally see it then. When you clicked on options, what do you see on your menu?
It's a view options, right? It's right top.
Yeah.
There's a standard side-by-side speaker, side-by-side gallery, and that's it.
There should be one more view option. Try right in the middle at the very top of your screen. If you scroll, it should say the instructor's name.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay,
There
I
you go.
found it now. I was looking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, see, you've passed already, right? You passed the test today. Today's test was, can you write on the whiteboard?
Yeah,
Or
here.
can you figure out that you can't? Yay. Okay, anyone else not able to besides Danessa because her Chromebook won't let her? Okay, everybody else is good. So when you go into your breakout rooms, I want you to share a whiteboard, or if you're better at Google Docs, you can do that. Let's say you're super low tech. You're like, I can't figure it out, right? After you've been in there 3 minutes and you just can't figure it out. You can do it if you have a small whiteboard or if you have a piece of paper, right? So if that's how you need to do it, to do the activity, totally fine. So I want you to make a buddy Venn diagram where what's going to be in the overlap of the two circles are what you have in common, right? What's going to be in your part of the circle is what is only true for you, not your partner. If you have a 3-circle Venn diagram, it's a little bit harder, but I can come visit you. If you're like, I have nothing in common with this person, right? Like that's what you're thinking already. That's not true, because you can definitely write math class. Because you have math class in common, just FYI. It doesn't have to be math related. By the way, my cat's saying he wants to participate as well. You could say, I'm a cat person, I'm a dog person, or we love animals, we love to travel, whatever it is. Yes? So that's what I want you to do. And seriously, you're going to help me out because I can't really remember who's in what group. But, and I'm going to put Brady in a group. I'm trying to figure out which one, and bring him up to speed on what your team name is for fun, right? You won't be in these teams forever, but you'll be in them for a while. Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong. Zevi and Tashina are in a group together. Is that true? Okay, and just two, is that true? Okay, and Danessa and Lily, is that true? And V? Okay, there's 3 of you in that group?
Yes.
Okay. And then Matt and Ruki, you're together. Is that true?
Yep.
Very nice. And Josh and Lee, you're together. And Judith and is it Annie and Zach? All three of you were together? Did I dream that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then I'm gonna put, sorry, I'll put you in a room in just a minute. I just lost my whole control. So try that and try to share your screen. You can also screenshot it or you can save it as a PNG or a PDF, just so you have it and you could share it back in the chat with us when you come back. Okay, this will be a quick activity. We're just kind of checking technology. Okay. Okay. Brady, I'm going to put you in with Matt and Ruki. Okay. Okay. And Brady, do you have any questions for me before you go? Get out. Hi guys, you got here faster, but that's totally fine. We're just waiting for everyone else. And if you guys want to put a picture of your Venn diagram in the chat, that would be awesome. And you can chat it just to me or to everyone. It doesn't matter. I'm not sure we're doing, people are going to keep this and hold it against you.
Yo, I just realized we did not save our whiteboard.
Okay, so what's weird is, Brady, it might have saved somewhere on your computer. So I know that
on my computer.
Yeah, so look, search your drive if you can't, for a Zoom created file that it made, like a Zoom file folder. I don't know why it does sometimes, but it might just do it to me because I am the host. But just check it out, just out of curiosity. It's okay if you didn't save it. But that's a good lesson learned, right? So then next time, you won't forget to do it. I got 3 in the chat, which is awesome. And I can see them, like I'm looking at Zevi's and Tashina's right now. So what's nice about that is if you're working in your breakout room and then you, I want you to share it with me because I'm giving you credit for it on Canvas. this is the easiest way to do it, because you can just put them in the chat. I mean, you could always upload them to the assignment, but sometimes it's just, you were here, you did what I asked you to do, I'm giving you full credit. Does that make sense? Okay. And if you didn't save it, it's okay. That's why we're practicing when we're not doing a major assignment, right? When you're going to be like, are you kidding me? I just did everything and I have to do it all over again. Okay. Is there anyone who's willing to share theirs? Like share their screen. This is good practice for that.
I can share.
Oh, you did. I'm ready. You did. Go.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, there it is.
You're like, wait, I thought I was ready.
Okay, so this is ours. So we like to eat yummy food. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we, it's Ani and Zach and me. We like to eat yummy food. We have math class and we're college students, as in all of us that we agree on. And then Ani loves Dutch Bros and hates Starbucks. I love Starbucks. And Zach says that they're both overpriced and doesn't really go. And
I agree with you, Zach.
And we also put some our favorite colors. Ani's is red, mine's green. Zach, it likes white color, but he didn't.
Yeah, I didn't put it on there. I forgot.
Okay. We were talking about a lot of things, and then Ani and Zach both like cars, and then me and Ani like to shop, and we're also full-time college students, so it's not full-time shopping, it's full-time college.
That was me who said they were full-time shoppers. Sorry about that.
And then me and Zach both have a part-time job, and we both have dogs. He owns a dog and I own a dog, so that's us.
Nice. That's awesome. And I like how you were able to use different colors and all kinds of stuff. Don't stop sharing your screen yet. I want to show you something. Okay. So when we look at this part of the Venn diagram, that would be, if we called each one of these sets a different letter, that would be A intersection B intersection C. So that's what all three of you have in common. It means you all have to have it, right? So you all have all of these things. Now, I could look at a different part of it, and I could say, we want to look at this, right? So that would just be two sets intersection. And if I just look right here at the cars, they both like cars, that would be Annie and Zach. And I don't know if it was you like cars or you have cars.
It was like I'm really big into them, so.
Yeah, I knew that from your Flipgrid video. Loved it. Loved the guitars too. So you can see what those things are. Now, what's interesting is if we looked at this, A union B, union C, that would be all of this stuff. Because when we do a union, it means either one or both could have it. Okay, but either one or both. But if I have the intersection symbol, that means we have to have it. Okay, we both have to have it. So that's just a little bit of set theory. Then if I did something like A union B union C, let me write that down here. If I did A union B union C, and then I put a line over the top of it, does anyone know what that means mathematically?
Isn't it like the whole entire Venn diagram, including the outside of it?
Oh, interesting. Good idea. So the whole Venn diagram, including the outside, would be like a symbol that probably looks like this, like a double written U, which would be the universal set. That would be everything in that universe of all those sets. This line right here specifically means the complement of it. So it means stuff that's not in the union of A, B, and C. So it would be stuff that's out here. So I'm just guessing for you. I could be wrong. One of you could be this thing. I'm guessing that if I said you were a millionaire, that would be outside of your three circles, unless any of you are millionaires. I'm not here to judge. I was just guessing. Okay. Are any of you millionaires? Okay. So,
Here.
all right, you're like, would I be taking this math class if I was a millionaire? Probably not. Okay, so your Venn diagram might have looked very different than this Venn diagram, but you can see how we can make some connections between things. So why do we need to learn this set theory stuff that I was just talking about? The reason you need to learn this set theory stuff is we're headed into, after we do statistics, we're headed into probability. And in probability, we do a lot of set theory, okay? So if you, let me share my screen. If you look at my slides, and remember you have access to my slides after this, I talk a little bit about some set theory in here, just a little bit, okay? All right, I'm gonna skip this next activity because that's what was disastrous in my last class. And maybe we'll revisit it tomorrow when I can stomach it again, when I don't think it's gonna be a disaster. But I am going to share, maybe I'll even share my iPad. That would be a much better idea, just so you know. And I want you to try a few of these problems on this screen. Let me share my iPad. And you're just going to try them on scratch paper or in your notebook. It doesn't have to be anywhere super fancy, right? It's not something you're turning in, but it will help you with your homework assignment that's due tonight. How many of you noticed you have some assignments due tonight? Yeah. Yeah, you have your 2 videos, response videos, you have your weekly schedule, and then you have a short worksheet. And this is going to help you with the worksheet. So hopefully you can see my screen now. Yes. And there are 6 problems on there. Can you try those 6 problems for me? And they should be relatively painless. Notice the number 1 says do it without a calculator. Number 2 says you can use a calculator if you have to, but it would be good to show your steps. So I know you could do it without a calculator if you had to, because some of this is pretty basic that we need to understand. When you're finished, if you could just type in the chat something, your favorite food, so I know what I'm eating for lunch, that would be awesome. And that's a good way for me to know when you're done. Okay, so just type in the chat your favorite food when you're done with all 6. Okay, who wouldn't love those foods that you're listing? I just can't even imagine. Oh yeah, I can't say that carne asada fries are I've had bad ones anywhere. I will have to say, I think they're all pretty good. Tacos for sure. Do you say that? I don't know how to pronounce that one. Zeviazole or Pozzoli? I've always thought I was saying it wrong.
Solely, it could be either way. It just depends on how you want to pronounce it.
Okay, because I'm always nervous to order it in a restaurant because I'm going to say it wrong, right? And so I just point to it in the menu. That's who I am. Oh, Tashina, carne asada, sweet potato fries. Are they really that much healthier? Because I'm pretty sure that carne asada fries have the calories for a whole week. So I'm not sure the sweet potato fries are going to help. So I'm just going to say go full fry. Okay, so let's go over some of these. If you're not quite finished, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you pay attention when we get to the questions so you make sure you can do it. So number one, and by the way, I hope some of you have access to a calculator. If you notice on my slides, I have this link to this Desmos calculator. It's free to you and you can just access it however you want. It's very helpful if you like those kind of calculators. And when I have my slides live in Canvas, you can click on that. Okay, so 4 to the second power, I'm gonna write it out and you're gonna say, are you serious? Like you're writing that out. I am, to make sure we understand what we're doing. So this is telling us do 4 times 4, which is gonna give us a positive 16. This second one is telling us to do negative 4 times negative 4, which is still going to give us a positive 16. This last one is a little trickier because what it's actually telling us to do, it's telling us to take the opposite of 4 times 4. So it's telling us to raise this 4 to the second power, which is, like we said back here, 4 times, but then take the opposite of it. So this answer is negative 16. So do you see how this expression and this expression give different answers? Yeah. So it's really important, if you don't push the buttons right on your calculator, if you're entering in a whole string, because we're going to get some messy equations when we get to finance, okay? You're going to get some messy equations when we get there. So if you don't put them in correctly, you'll have a lot of trouble. Any questions on those first 3? You okay? Some people I've had in my class before have been like, oh my gosh, my teacher never told me that before. That was like a huge lie again. Aunt Sally and now my old teachers used to lie to me. So this is true. This is what's really happening. So if I said this in words, this would be 2 factors of positive 4. This would be 2 factors of negative 4, and this would be the opposite of 2 factors of positive 4. Okay. All right. These 3 down here, we should get 6. There's no steps to show on that one. Just the square root of 36 is 6. And this one, when you have a fraction, you work the top of the fraction and then the bottom of the fraction. And sometimes they're much more complicated than this, right? Like I said, when we get into formulas, but we could probably do this one even by hand. 9 plus 16 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. 20 divided by 10. How many of you got 2 for an answer? Yay! Excellent. Don't forget about your party hats, right? To use your party hats, your clapping hands to keep yourself awake. Some of you, I feel like you're nodding off. It's okay. Oh, thank you for that face, Josh. I appreciate that. Okay. And the last one, it's addition and subtraction. So you're going to go left to right. So negative 5 plus 2 would be negative 3. Negative 3 minus 8 would be negative 11. How many of you got negative 11? Sometimes if we were in an algebra class, we would spend a lot more time getting into a conversation. Is this a negative sign or is this a subtraction sign, right? But we're not in an algebra class, so you're fine. But it really is a subtraction sign, just so you know, in case you're wondering. Okay. So that was a real quick activity to make sure we understand how to do some things. I'm going to skip this because remember I told you that went a little crazy. Let's look at evaluating expressions. So sometimes you're going to end up with expressions that have variables in them, right? A lot of times, because we're going to do formulas for standard deviation and things like that when we do statistics. And then we are going to have a lot of finance formulas. So we're going to have to replace our variables with what we are saying that they stand for. So here's the expression, and all of these characters might seem different to you, something you don't know. It says X minus, and that symbol is actually a mu, okay? And then the symbol on the denominator is a sigma, okay? It doesn't matter as long as you can recognize what the symbols look like, because over here it tells us, okay, X is equal to -8. So I'm gonna put in -8 for where the X is, okay? Then it says, okay, mu is 4. So I'm going to put in 4 for that value. And then the last one, it tells me sigma is 2. So I'm going to put in the value for sigma. So now I'm going to do the problem. I'm going to say -8 minus 4 divided by 2. Now I'm going to follow order of operations to do this problem. -8 minus 4 is -12. -12 divided by 2 is going to be -6. Any questions on that? Are you okay? All right. I know all of us have very different backgrounds. How long ago it was that we took a math class, what was the last math class we took, and all of these things. So we're just warming up, right? I don't want to leave anybody behind. Everybody's doing all right. Excellent. Okay. That's the same problem. All right. I put, just in case you need more help, I have an order of operations video and I have an evaluating expressions video, and they're on Canvas for you. So you have that, okay? What I want to try, we'll see if we can try it. Maybe we'll just try it as a whole class first, because it might be a little more understandable if we do it that way. I'm going to share a Google Jamboard with you, okay? So I'm going to share a Jamboard with you. You can get on the Jamboard. Please don't erase my entire Jamboard, because that's what happened in my last class. It was super fun. It was not super fun. Okay, so I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. Access it, but then listen carefully to my instructions, okay? Because I'll share my screen so you can all see everybody's on there. Okay. So here's my directions first. My directions are, they're back here. We're going to practice writing expressions using order of operations to fill in all these blanks. But here's the rule. You have to follow order of operations. You have to use all 4 of these digits, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in each problem. Yes? You have to use all 4 of these digits in each problem. You also can use anything you want: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponents, roots, whatever you want. And find as many expressions as you can that equal those values 1 through 25. So what do I mean? Sorry, that's my blank one. Okay, I'm going to go to page 1 here. I had you on Teams, but we'll do that part tomorrow probably. What I want us to do now, if I just type the expression, and I like the text box for some reason, and I'm going to make it small so it fits. So I'm going to say 1 plus, I'm not typing, 1 plus, why is it not typing? That's annoying. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Do you agree that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10? Do you agree with that? Nice. Notice I used all 4 digits. I used 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just happen to use addition the whole time. I didn't have to use addition. I could use addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, parentheses, exponents, roots, whatever I want. Yes? So what I want you to do, and you don't have to do it on the Jamboard first if you're nervous, you can just do it on paper. See if you can come up with expressions for all 25 of these things, okay? And put your name next to it. Like on mine, I'll put right here, this was me, okay? And just put your name next to it, but you don't have to go that far today, as long as you can try to do as many as you can, because I'm only going to give you about 3 minutes to do that, okay? All right, so try it.
Quick question.
Question, yes.
You said we have to use all four. Is it just the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yep.
Okay.
So for example, I could do 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. That would give me a different answer, right? I could write it on that line.
And can we only use each one of the numbers once?
Yes, you can only use
Okay.
each number once. Thank you, Zach.
Okay.
And I'm not going to count exponents as those numbers. So like if you wanted to do 2 to the second power, that won't count as 2 2s, right? That's just using the digit 2. The power is separate. I like them. You guys are doing well. It's amazing when I give correct directions, how the activity goes so much better. It's amazing. Yeah, you guys are doing great. Keep going. If you disagree with someone, then you can just put a star by it. So we know you disagree. Make sure you're following the rules. You have to use all 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in each expression. Yes? In each expression, you have to use all 4 numbers. So notice on 15, Lee put 4 times 3 plus 2 times 1. So Lee used 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's awesome. Okay. All right, I know this is a super fun puzzle and some of you want to finish, but I'm going to stop you right there. I know I have some of those numbers repeated. I told you I into this activity very quickly between classes. Tashina has a question. I'm ready.
Just trying to figure out how are we supposed to do all that? Like for instance, putting like let's say 12 over 3 or something like that. How do you do that on a computer? I was like,
well, you can also use the little pen icon. And if you use the little pen icon, you do have to write, but if you have a touch screen, it's not too bad. So
Okay.
for example, I'll just write here in the middle. You can change the color of your ink and your pen and anything. But like if you wanted to write 6 divided by 3, you could do that with a pen, you know,
Okay, gotcha.
or you could just
Okay.
use it with, you could do it with the keyboard where you would go like this, you know, a backslash. So I know that's 6 divided by 3.
Okay.
But and I know I have duplicates, but that's okay. And this is not, you know, a homework assignment, but it's just kind of a fun way for us to be thinking about order of operations and how I can change things. What is your homework assignment is your Flipgrid response videos, your weekly schedule. You will also see you have to watch 2 videos and just check a box that you watch the videos. And then the last thing is a worksheet on order of operations and evaluating expressions. Okay, so make sure you do those things. I'm going to put your exit ticket in the chat so you can do it. If you have questions, stay here, you know, and I will answer them. Otherwise, when you're done with your exit ticket, you can go. I'm going to share my screen because some of you I know are using the QR code for my exit ticket. Just so you know, Brady, we do an exit ticket every day just to make sure everybody was here and we know what's happening. And it's just a nice way for me to check in. It doesn't count as a grade, it just counts toward your attendance.
Great, thanks.
Yeah. Please, please, please send me an email if you need anything or stay on here and ask me any questions you have. That goes for everyone, not just Brady.
Do you need us to send a screenshot of the graph that we did?
Of your Venn diagram? You already put it in the chat, didn't you?
No.
Yeah. Oh, if you didn't put it in the chat, then yes.
It's because I saved it to photos, and so now I don't know how to like add.
No worries. I have it screenshotted on my Zoom, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay. I'll email it to you just in case.
Okay, it's okay. So like if you noticed on Canvas, the buddy Venn diagram was for points. That was part of being in class today. So you just get your points because you participated in the buddy Venn diagram. Nice.
I'm all done. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You're welcome. See you later.
So when we're finished, we just dip.
You got it.
What if I get one wrong?
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
I can see them later and I just look. Sometimes once people get them wrong, they're like, wait a minute, why did they get it wrong? And they want to tell me, but that's fine. Or you just typed in the wrong thing, or I made the key wrong because this is new to me, making the key on Google Forms.
No, I just messed up some basic subtraction in my head on accident.
No worries, no worries. It's just a good way for me to check in. And then when they get more complicated, then if you get it wrong, then I'll send you a message like, you got this one wrong. Do you understand why?
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, no worries.
Oh, I like that it told me if I got it right or wrong.
I know, I just figured out how to do that. So I'm very excited.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. See you later.
Thank you, ma'am. It was another good day. I appreciate your help.
Yay! I want them all to be good days. My 9 o'clock might not agree that today was a good day. We had a lot of issues. But
I
it's
look
okay.
forward
I'm
to your,
glad you're in the 10:30.
yes, and I look forward to my math, which is the first time I've ever said that in probably my entire life. So that's a good thing, because I'm like scared every day now going into my English. And just to tell you real quick, I had tested out of all my English is what I thought, because I was told, no, you don't have to do English and everything. But then because this nursing